Mega Mike the Movie Man here. Welcome back to the channel for another live stream. And wow, this is going to be a fun night. We are talking Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, this is going to be a completely spoiler filled show. So if you want to stay away from the spoilers, I totally understand. Just, go watch the movie and then come back and watch the replay, of course. Or if you don't care about spoilers and you still want to join in, well, then go for it. But yeah, this is definitely going to be probably heavily spoiler discussion just because I couldn't think of another way to do this movie post-game style without spoilers, just because it is so spoiler heavy. But I'm not joined here alone today, so I'm going to bring in my panel member. All right, Last American Girl here.
Hello, glad to be back. So excited to talk about this movie. As soon as we logged on, I tried talking to Mike about it right away, and he said, "Save it for the show."
I know, like save it for the people. The people must know your initial thoughts on this one. And then we might have another person join here in a little bit, hopefully. So
Yeah,
we'll
we're
have them
ready.
pop in, hopefully sooner rather than later. But definitely leave in the comments below. Everybody, go ahead and let us know any questions you have about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, MCU in general. I mean, any Marvel related question, we'll definitely go through, shout those out, and answer those. But yeah, definitely leave lots of comments. Definitely throw up lots of likes, of course. And if you discover the channel the first time, whether it's live or on a replay watch, definitely hit that subscribe button and notification bell because we do tons of great live streams on this channel. Just did a Spielberg live stream the other night, and that was super epic. So if you missed
That's
that
super
one,
good.
definitely check that one out. Yeah, I mean, it was great. We had a fun time with that. So we got our predetermined questions here. And once again, I'll kind of be bouncing back and forth between the comments. So definitely leave in the comments. We do have Evil Kangaroo in the house.
Yay!
Yes, Evil Kangaroo. So
I
glad
feel
you could
better.
join again.
Thank you for asking. I'm much,
Yeah, hey,
much.
I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm going to watch the replay after I do. Good luck on the show, and I hope you are over your cold Last American Girl. Yeah, you're over it, right? You're good?
Yes, we're good to go.
Yes. Okay, that is
Voice
good.
is back.
Yes, that's perfect. We definitely need that for the discussion show here. So yeah, I understand Evil Kangaroo. Yeah, definitely once you see the movie, whether you go to the theater or you wait till it's probably gonna pop on Disney Plus in like a month or two, I would assume.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, they usually get on there pretty quick now. So yeah, after you watch it, then come back and watch the replay. Absolutely. All right, and yeah, we'll definitely keep bouncing back and forth to the comments here. But yeah, let's get to our questions. All right. So, we got someone flying in right now. They're almost here. They're transporting in. Okay, here we go. You guys know
Yeah.
him, of course, our super friend out there. Yes, we got Benny in the house. Say hello to the people,
Hey,
Benny.
hey, hey. Hey, guys, thanks for having me back. Sorry I'm late. I was having technical difficulties.
No worries, totally understandable, but we are all here now. So
We're
this
just
is
getting
gonna go
started.
good. Yeah, we didn't even get to the questions yet, so you're totally fine, Benny. All right, so
Oh, terrific.
let's get right into these questions here. All right, so question one here. How did this movie compare to the first Black Panther movie in general? We're going to get into specific questions a little bit later on, but just talking about the tone, the story overall, etc. Actually, Last American Girl, I'll have you start off this question because I know you were excited about this one.
Oh, I get to start it. Okay. Comparing both of them, they feel like two very different movies. I understand kind of the basis with cultures and getting things moving as far as the storylines go, but one of them is avenging their family. The other one is avenging their is not avenging. They're protecting their people. So all in all, it's just a different vibe between the two movies. Very very different, but regardless, they are both excellent movies.
All right, Benny, what do you think?
See, I agree. They're both different, but they are generally same kind of tone, focused on a certain culture, but like still keeping to the superhero genre. That's what I actually really liked about them both.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, so to me, I
Yeah.
don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I feel like the tones are night and day difference, like
Mhm.
completely different. To me, first one, clear MCU movie by far. Wakanda Forever. I almost like I had to do a double take. I'm like, am I watching a DC movie right now? We're so serious right now. It's so serious, right? I need a joke in here. Give me a little bit of a comedic relief. I missed the MCU comedic relief. So yeah, I definitely think this one, very serious tone. Well, of course, with everything with Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman, adding that into the story, so that's understandable. I know they didn't want to probably go too comedic with it. But personally, I would have sprinkled in a few little more jokes. Not a whole lot. Don't get me wrong. I don't want us to go Thor Love and Thunder, okay? MCU, not that much, okay?
Yeah.
That's like overflowing. Just a little bit here and there. But yeah, so much serious tone in the second one. And the first movie, I remember it kind of being like a Lion King story, right? You got the
Mhm.
two like relatives, they're fighting over the kingdom, and then one falls, and then he has to kind of work his way back up and prove that he is the king again, right? So totally reminded me of the Lion King. Now, this second one,
Okay.
well, of course, we got the main character now gone, right? So now we have new main characters. And so this one felt very more kind of like a nation movie more than anything, like a group of nations just at conflict with one another due to circumstance. Really talking about kind of resources and more global scale, I think, than the first one. At least that's how I kind of felt about it. But yeah, so to me, way
Uh,
different on the tone. The stories were definitely way different, which you have to do because once again, now you're using different characters in the story. So I'm sure there was lots of script rewrites. They had to rework some things, add more things in. So that's probably why the movie got so long too. Getting close to 3 hours. But I
Oh,
did not
wasn't it
feel.
over
yeah.
3 hours?
No, it was getting close. It was like 2 hour
Yeah.
40.
It was close.
Yeah, 2 hour 40 minutes. But I didn't feel the runtime, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. If I don't feel the runtime, I'm like, I knew it was a long movie. I knew it was over 2 hours, but when I check back, I'm like, oh wait, that was actually 2 hours and 40 minutes. So that's good. I thought it was paced pretty
Yeah.
well overall. So I was happy with
It,
that.
it didn't like drag on like the Batman.
Yeah.
Yes, the Batman was way too long. Yes, the voice of reason out
Yep.
there, Benny. Thank you. Everybody thinks the Batman's so perfect of a movie. It's good. I just don't think it's
It was
perfect
a
enough.
great movie, but it kind of just dragged on.
Yeah, yeah. And that usually to me, long run times for movies don't work. I mean, I can probably count, on two hands where a long run time actually works. This, think it was fine, no problem with it. But yeah, to me, once again, two different movies, but still a solid follow up and really just kind of connected in its own universe. Like this one didn't feel the need to really bring in too much other MCU elements, connect too much to the outside world, throw tons of cameos in it, all that stuff. No, it really felt like, okay, you could just watch Black Panther, watch Wakanda Forever, you're good. You don't have to
You didn't
watch all
even
these
need
other.
to. You didn't even need to watch Black Panther, the first Black Panther, to enjoy this movie. So
Oh,
I'm wanting to go back to watch it, but it wasn't necessary. There was no homework or anything involved. Fantastic.
yeah, the only reason why I say I feel like you still need to watch the first Black Panther, of course, is the beginning stuff with,
Hmm.
T'Challa and all that. I feel like it's
To get
more
in the feels.
impactful. Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit more impactful if you
Hmm.
watch the first one. Um, but yeah, so both
And with all the
to me,
characters that
solid
come
film.
back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just to kind of see because this really did continue everybody's character arc. So to kind of see where they start in Black Panther and now, okay, where are they at in this movie? See all the differences. So yeah, I think it works good as a pairing myself. But yeah, you definitely don't need to
Mm.
seen the other Avenger movies to appreciate these ones here. All right, so now that we know, yeah, to me, well, I thought they were like way different. Last American Girl, you thought they were fairly different. Benny, you're like, no, they're seamless together, not different at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they're both culture superhero movies. Yeah.
Okay, all right, there we
That's
go.
something.
All right, so let's take a look at the comments. We got some people here. Let's see. Hisham, hello everyone, and hello Last American Girl. All right, Hisham, let's focus on Black Panther questions here, okay? We gotta focus up. See, I always gotta focus Hisham up in my live streams because Hisham, you're awesome, but I know you got so many comments and questions. Just take us on all sorts of tangents here. All right. Craig says, hi, Mike and guest. Yes. Hello, Craig. Thank you for joining in. I know you're a big superhero fan out there, action movie fan, all that good stuff. All right. Hisham says, oh, yes, we're definitely going to talk about Namor, but we will get to that question in a little bit.
To discuss
we'll definitely get there. All right. So let's go to question 2 then. All right. What did we think of the returning characters from the first Black Panther movie? So, Last American Girl, I'll let you take it away. Even though you said we don't need the first Black Panther, we're okay.
Just go watch it, everyone. Okay, returning characters. Angela Bassett, one of my favorite actresses. She did such a good job as returning as the Queen. She's in both movies. She's always been kind of that voice of reason, but also the voice of her people, but always putting her family first as well. So I liked her. I liked her a lot as a returning character. Not to mention our prediction, Mike, with Michael B. Jordan. How do we manage that?
We're already busting that out right now. We're already busting that out. Okay, hey, you guys were all spoiler warned, so this is totally all right.
Yep.
Yes, the Killmonger all day, every day. I was like, oh, when that came up, I was like, oh my goodness. I was about to start clapping in my theater too. I was like, "Ooh, well, you like that? You like that cameo then?"
Mm-hmm. I love that, and of course, Shuri as again spoilers, the new Black Panther, 10 out of 10, and Lupita Nyong'o, also one of my favorite actresses, and she had such a nice part in it. Like they could have easily just gotten rid of her as like the love interest and everything, but no, they brought her back in a respectful and useful manner.
Yeah, that was a character I didn't know if they were going to bring back and how much she would be included in there, but they did a great job. It was very seamless. So any other characters
that I can think of off the top of my head?
All right, Benny, take it over. What was your
favorite? Oh no, I totally agree with her. Basically everything she said, I totally agree with. Angela Bassett did phenomenal. I really dug how she like kind of felt the loss that she was suffering throughout the whole thing. First with losing T'Challa, and then when she thought she lost Shuri also, and she kind of just flipped out. I thought that was great. Shuri did phenomenal. I really liked Nakia, I didn't know she was gonna come back because there was like no, that was Okoye.
Okoye. Oh, I love the general too.
Yeah, she was good. No, Nakia was Lupita.
Lupita Nyong'o. Okay.
Yeah, I really because I didn't see her in the trailer, so I was like, oh, we're gonna feel her lack of presence in this movie, but we didn't. She was there, and she did great. And even M'Baku, I'm glad he was back too. So everyone, I just agree. I just like the whole cast.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all the characters both of you mentioned, you could really feel too kind of the weight of all the, Chadwick Boseman stuff, with those characters. Like you could feel the grief they were going through, the intensity. I mean, and that just to me kind of elevated this movie to something way different than I think we've really seen before. Like you could really feel that weight throughout the whole movie from beginning to end. So I really like that. Yeah, all stellar performances with those characters. Now I will say with M'Baku, happy to see him, but I wanted him to have more. I wanted more. I was almost pulling for him to be Black Panther just a little bit. I know he wasn't the safe bet for it, but in my mind a little bit, I'm like, what if he was though? So I would have liked a little bit more of him, definitely a little bit more of him. And then, no one said Ross. Ross is an awesome character, right?
Oh,
That's his name, right?
oh yeah,
Yes, he was awesome.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, a small part again, but I liked it. I was happy that he showed back up
He got
again.
a story. That was nice.
Yeah, I mean, all
Yeah,
the characters from the first movie got something at least, to varying degrees. Some got a little bit, some got a big chunk of it, but at least, everybody kind of had their different spots. So
Yeah,
I
there's
like
nothing
that
that
quite a
felt
bit.
like too much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I didn't think they
yeah,
overused any
yep.
character. It really did feel like almost like an ensemble cast, really, of just all-star talent to a degree. So that was pretty amazing. But yeah, I was happy with all the returning characters. And once again, Killmonger, best scene of the movie. That scene was genius. Genius. Because I'm like,
It was.
I wanted Killmonger to be back, but I was thinking, like, how do they do that?
How
Right?
can we bring him back?
How do you do that? Is Killmonger still alive? Are they gonna go with that explanation? Does he come back as a zombie? I don't know. Like, how do we bring him back? I knew we had to have him back, and they just thought of a brilliant idea. And I love how Shuri basically sees Killmonger, right? Like
Yeah,
she gets caught off guard. She's
Yep.
like, you thinking she might see, T'Challa, right?
like the
And things
Princess
like
Leia
that.
situation with the
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
CGI, but
yeah, right. Or
yeah.
even yeah, I mean pretty much anybody else you would almost expect over
Yeah.
Killmonger, but then Killmonger shows up. Oh, and it's so great, but it makes so perfect sense for the story too that they were telling. Like, of course you're gonna see it because you're struggling. Hey, are you gonna take out this Namor? We know you got the anger in your heart, like the Killmonger did. He had that same anger, and kind of his approach
Yeah.
to it. So I love that dynamic back and forth, and
Yeah. They both
you're
wanted
starting.
revenge.
Yes, and you
Yeah.
wondered, oh, is she
Yep.
gonna go to that level? Is she gonna go Killmonger level by the end of it? I'm like, ooh, and I like when a movie could do that, like kind of keep me in suspense a little bit. Like, hey, I don't know, it's not super clear anymore. So
and if
that was
Yeah,
great.
this movie did
and if you look at
exactly
her
what
suit,
it wanted
yeah, if you look at her suit, it kind of incorporates both Killmonger's and T'Challa's into hers with the colors and all the design in it. I thought that was good.
Oh yeah, that
to. I
suit was
know.
awesome. That was a really cool suit.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, just so good, so good. All right, so let's take a look at the comments here. All right, let's see what we got. What we got here. Craig says, was any of it an IMAX? So I didn't go to a premium screen, so I don't know if they use like specific IMAX cameras. Do any of you know to film the movie? Did they do any
I'm
specific
not sure.
IMAX?
At my local theater.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I have no idea. I know they were showing it on IMAX, but I don't know if it was filmed specifically for IMAX with like an IMAX camera in certain scenes. That I'm not too sure. But it would have been great to see in an IMAX, just at least on the bigger screen, no matter what. All right, let's see. Hisham says, "What's your favorite superhero Afro America movie?" Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go with Black Panther. I mean,
this
that's
new little Panther.
that's what I'm gonna have to go with. But I mean, any other movies anybody can think of off the top of their head? I'm not too sure.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's like when we get these
Blade.
questions.
I mean, a lot
sometimes I'm
of
like,
them are mixed.
yeah, I'm
So I
half
can
the
think of a
time.
lot, but they're half.
Yeah. All right, but Hisham, let us know about some suggestions in there. Give us some movies.
Some recommendations.
Yeah.
Mike, are we frozen? Benny, it's our
Oh
show
no. Oh, okay, Mike's
Mike,
gone.
now.
So,
totally.
okay, let's get to the next question then.
This is what happens when we go live.
Yes. Are you guys complaining about CGI Black Panther? Oh, Mike, are you back?
Am I back?
Nope.
Did I get kicked out of my own?
It looks like
there you go.
You're buffering.
Yeah, you're buffering.
I'm buffering. You see me yet?
Oh,
you're
it's back. Okay. You guys can totally. Okay, I'm back.
There you go. Welcome back.
Yay!
All right. I don't want to make any sudden movements. So, all right. Okay. Well, if anything,
stay straight.
For any other reason I get kicked out, I'm in like buffer land zone, I will still pop up the questions, and my amazing co-host will still go through them. So it's gonna be all on you.
Terrific.
Yes.
Thank you for that pressure.
Yes. No pressure. You all will do great. I'll just be like the person like in the background, with the questions.
The guy.
All right. Are you guys? All right. So I don't even know if you guys answered this question. Are you guys complaining about CGI in the Black Panther, that first one? What'd you guys think?
I think.
And like the last battle.
That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, to me, I thought it was pretty bad in that third act. Yeah.
I think they would have stuck with more. Yeah, if they would have stuck with more choreography-based fight rather than CGI fight, I think it would have been better.
And I think they fixed it with this movie. It's a lot of they went through a lot of like intensive training, rhythm training, and sparrings, just to make it look more natural. It looked more natural.
Yeah, because I think they even filmed some scenes like in water too, if I'm remembering correctly, right? For this one, instead of just doing all like green screen background. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, because that first Black Panther movie, that CGI fight, Killmonger, Black Panther like falling through the air, that looks so wonky. I'm just like, no, that's too much. Too much use of CGI there. And even like the rhinos, and some of those areas too looked a little wonky to me, but that's why I always like.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I'm a big practical effect person. So if we can ever use practical effects, I think those keep up way better. But hey, sometimes you got to use CGI, so you just got to know where you can use it, how to balance it out. But yeah, let's take a look here at our next question before I get disconnected again. All right. Okay, so question 3, because I know Hisham had this question. Yes, what did we think of Namor and his kingdom as the villains? All right. Well, I'll let Last American Girl. You can start this one off again too.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so good. And I was talking to Benny about this earlier. That I always understood that the Black Panther and how culturally significant it was for the African American community. And me as a Marvel fan, I enjoy looking at representation in general, and I think it's very important in movies. But seeing it firsthand and having it be my culture, that was phenomenal, stupendous. I actually, in September, I visited the Museum of Anthropology in Mexico City. And some of the things that they included, some subtle things in the cinematography and everything, his kingdom is just watching all of these things come to life. And they did such a great job. And Tinoch as Namor, he's such a great actor, and he is very outspoken about how he rarely gets certain roles because of what he looks like, and to see him be able to represent himself in such a true manner and show off what a phenomenal actor he is just completely different. So yeah.
So definitely a thumbs up for you on the villain for sure. All right, Benny, what do you think of Namor? Because I've been using him as your thumbnail in the thumbnail image. So.
Yeah, and I love that. I want you to keep on using it forever. I thought he was great. I didn't really see him as a villain, and that's like the best villain to have when you don't really see them as a villain, because they're like a hero in their own story. So I thought he was just terrific as an actor and as a character. I love the little wings he has on his feet. That was great, just like the comics. everything was great. And then when they showed his actual kingdom, the way they used the whole water systems to go through the ocean, and then the way that they still played the ball game from the Mayan and Aztec culture, it was just all phenomenal. I really enjoyed him as a villain. He's probably up there in my top 10, probably top 5 Marvel villains. That's why I put him.
Wow, oh my goodness, that's amazing. And I was thinking the same thing, Benny. Clap, clap for MCU. You finally get a villain right. Finally, I mean, I can count the times on my hand that MCU has gotten villains right. I mean, it's like Loki, Thanos. Think that's about it. I don't know. Maybe Baron
Killmonger,
the dance moves, but Killmonger, yes. And now we got
Killmonger.
Namor.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
A villain you have to be able to see yourself in a villain in order for it to be a good villain. And I saw myself perfectly represented in him. So
yeah, and to me, Namor just was perfect as a villain because he didn't see himself as a villain, right? And those are always the best kinds of villains. They think they're doing the right thing, right? And in his eyes, he's just protecting his people, just protecting his kingdom. Makes total sense. I mean, he's the king, he's the ruler. He got to protect the people, his nation. I mean, that to me makes perfect sense. He looked awesome. The wings, like you said, the wings were great.
The wings,
and I thought it could have been super cheesy and ridiculous. I was like going to be like, oh my gosh, really? We're doing the wings here. This is going to look, no. But for some reason, but some reason I bought into it. I don't know why, but I bought into it. It was super cool. His movements were like amazing. They're just like ferocious.
The way he maneuvered, boom, 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 boom. That was great. Yeah. Goodness. When I first heard he was going to be a Marvel character, like when they were going to bring him in, I was like, let's keep the wings. I know it's going to be cheesy, but let's keep the wings. And they did great with it. I love the little cheesiness in there, but it wasn't even done. It wasn't cheesy, right? It was great. And like I said, the way he just maneuvered through the sky, I'm like, oh, that was great.
Yeah, just like how he moved with like such ferocity, like, and he was actually a threatening villain. Like, you need your villain to be threatening. Like, Namor is no pushover. Like, when Namor shows up, you're like, dang, I want to go up against this person right now. Oh my gosh. And like, they didn't make him, like a good guy, right? I hate when they do the villain, like, okay, not really the villain, just misunderstood, more the good person, no, like Namor straight up went after the queen, took out the queen with some water, like what? What just happened? And it's crazy because, I mean, I'm sure later on we're supposed to kind of, I guess be on Namor's side at some point, however MCU is going to use Namor. But you're like, oh my goodness, that just went down. So there are some serious stakes in this movie. Yes, things matter in the MCU. It's been a while since I felt like stuff mattered in the MCU, right? Because a lot of times you're just like, okay, right, the stakes aren't that high. You kind of know how everything's going to play out, But I was pretty shocked that they went to that level, taking out the queen. Like, I did not expect that. Like, that surprised me. Like, oh my goodness.
Especially since like, the tone of the movie was already so sad because of the tributes they were doing to T'Challa and Chadwick. To add yet another funeral to Shuri's character development, that was painful but true. Like, it felt very real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She lost her whole family. First her dad, then her brother, then her mom. All just boop.
And that's why she saw Killmonger, right? Because she had the anger,
exactly,
ready to go. Just fits together so perfectly. Like, Namor, he's awesome. He looked awesome, played perfectly. Everything about Namor totally worked. I mean, literally straight up with the costume, accuracy there. I mean, just perfection for Namor. His people, though, were no slouches either. Like his, I don't know what you call them, like his guards and stuff, like his right-hand people, like they were threats. Like they could take on some people too.
They had he not surrendered, they would have won. Like, they had them cornered.
Oh,
Yes, like oh my
they had him
goodness.
outnumbered, definitely.
That's why I don't want to mess with that ocean. That ocean, you go deeper. I mean, there's things down there. It just played it so perfectly. The kingdom looked amazing. Like it just looked really cool. Like you were transported to a completely different world. So they did a good job with that. I mean, everything was just good. I'm like, MCU, you finally got it right. Yes, yes. Oh, so good. It's just so good. That's all I can say. It was just so good. Like, and I think we're underselling it. Like,
Mhm.
so good.
Oh
But
yeah, definitely.
Go
that's
watch
why also I
Friends.
felt with the tone too. Like the tone to me almost felt like DC because you get all this like tragedy like stacked up, right? Like almost kind of like a Batman story where there's always a ton of tragedy stacked up. Usually MCU would maybe have some tragedy, right? But then you'd get some jokes in there. And that's what I was worried with. We're like,
Yeah.
okay, are we gonna get into a lot of jokes now? Like, are we gonna get into some fish jokes here? Like, is this gonna turn into like something silly? But they didn't. They kept it going. So, oh my goodness, so good. Right. Let's look at these comments here. If the comments show up, yes. All right, let's take a look. Craig says, any surprise actors show up? I mean, Killmonger was the big surprise to me. I mean, Ross kind of surprised me too, actually, because I didn't know if he was going to come back. But
the return of
Ross's ex-wife surprised me.
oh yes, oh my goodness, yeah, we got to talk about that. Yes,
question,
because
is that actress the lawyer from Arrested Development, or does it just look like her?
I have no idea.
I'm not sure. I didn't watch the rest of the
I've never seen that show.
Oh, it's a great show.
But yeah, we gotta expand on that. So the ex-wife here, because she's gonna have a major part, right, in the MCU. I mean, Benny, like,
oh yes, she's gonna start the Thunderbolts. She was already going and like talking to a bunch of other side characters, like, "Hey, come join my team of Marvel Suicide Squad" type of deal. And so she's gonna be like the main Thunderbolts associate, kind of like how Nick Fury was for the Avengers. I feel like that's what she's gonna be for Thunderbolts.
You know who she?
So the fact that she was in this movie,
she kind of reminds me from like DC, Amanda Waller, like that kind of comparison,
yeah,
right? Almost right, getting Thunderbolts.
That's a good comparison. Yep.
So yeah, that was shocking. I don't think anybody was expecting that.
She's in Seinfeld and Veep. No,
yeah, Seinfeld definitely.
That's what it is. Yep.
Okay.
All right, Craig says, will you buy the film on 4K? Yes, 4K, absolutely. Gonna get the steelbook. Gonna pay an outrageous price for it. Yes, and I will pre-order it.
I don't, you know me. I'm very behind on the times with these things, but if I could get a steelbook of this, like the concept art sort of thing, I probably would.
Yes, I mean, for the superhero steelbooks, it's just like a must for me at this point. Like, I don't even think about it. I'm just like, I'll take it. So if I got Thor: Love and Thunder steelbook, I'm getting this one for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Craig says, was theater crowded? I mean, mine wasn't super crowded, but mine's never super crowded. But there's a good amount of people there. Yeah.
I had trouble finding tickets all weekend. I couldn't see it until Monday night is when I was finally able to find seats. Well, there were 4 of us. It worked.
See, you got to start buying tickets ahead of time, all right?
I know. I just had such a busy
what I did. I knew mine was going to be crowded, so I bought my tickets beforehand, and it was crowded. Basically, all the seats were filled. So I was like, okay, that's a good sign.
It was the weirdest thing. There was someone sitting next to me at the beginning of the movie. Like, they showed up late. They sat down, so I moved my stuff. But then maybe an hour in, they just disappeared and never came back. So my theater wasn't crowded.
I've seen that happen before, and it's so weird. It's like, did they not like the movie? Do they have some place to be? Yeah, I've seen that happen before too. So yeah, I've seen some strange things in movie theaters. I tell you, as many times as I go, yeah, there's just some strange things out there for sure. All right, let's see. All right, question 4. Yeah, this is definitely spoilery. That's why I knew this stream was going to be super spoiler filled. But I'm like, how do we not talk about the Ironheart character? Like, we have to. Yeah, so I'll let Benny take this one away. Talk about Ironheart. What'd you think?
Okay, so I wouldn't count it as spoiler because she was in the commercials. It did show Riri Williams, and anyone that knows Riri would know that she's going to be Ironheart. So in my mind, it wasn't a too spoilery of a
Mr.
question.
Comic book knowledge over here. All right, sorry, the commoner people over here that don't know.
My apologies. Okay, so at first I didn't know how she was going to play into the movie itself, like her whole role, because at first thought she was going to be a little introduction side character like they've been doing with all the other side characters they've been introducing, but then to find out that she was a main plot in the movie was pretty good, but it wasn't like it was the plot trying to get her, but like it wasn't overdone. I guess that's a way to say it. Yeah, it wasn't like overdone. Like they still did a bunch of other things with it, but that was still one of the main focuses. And the fact that she had the armor, it looked pretty good. When I saw the photos beforehand, I was like, it's gonna be kind of weird and cheesy with the big old things around her. I'm like, this isn't no replacement for Iron Man, but it's still not a replacement for Iron Man. Don't get me wrong, people. But she did great as her own character, as Ironheart. So I really enjoyed her. So I thought she did well.
All right, Last American Girl, what did you think?
Same. I think she's part of the reason the movie was so long, because they had to add her as an introduction and all that exposition with her and her rescue and everything. It's what made it long, but also they did a good job as integrating it as part of the storyline, part of the plot. She was the plot, in my opinion. It felt like a battle for Helen of Troy sort of thing. But as a character, I always love intelligent, scientific characters. I think that's one of my favorite things about Marvel movies. Everyone's always so smart in it. And she is no different. And to have her kind of take what feels like she's taking over the spot for Tony Stark. I like the direction that it's headed. Also, is it the Young Avengers? The Young Avengers. We're really like getting everyone rallied up for this.
Yeah, we'll definitely
talk
they got
about a bunch
the
of
Young
characters that they
Avengers when we get to question 9. All right. Yeah, I got some things to say about that. All right.
Yep. Same.
But yeah, Ironheart. I was surprised with how much they used Ironheart. Like I thought, okay, when Benny mentioned it, okay, maybe a small little cameo, just a quick introduction. But really, like you said, Last American Girl, main story plot right there. I mean, she was the driving force to really get everything going. Like she was super necessary for the story. Totally wasn't expecting that. And usually I don't like Iron Man Jr. characters. Like I feel like it gets used too much. Like everybody got an Iron Man costume. And actually we did get more Iron Man costumes in here with some of the Royal Guard, right? Which I did not like those costumes. I thought those were pretty bad. But the Ironheart costume looked awesome. So I was happy with the
are we?
Oh, is it gone?
I thought that was a lot of fun. You had that banter, right? Banter back and forth, like she was trying to throw something at them, right? What was it? Something in the dorm room.
Oh yeah, she's just throwing it at them.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny. So I thought there was a good little dynamic there. So I was happy with that. Worked out well. Also got awesome action moments towards the end. So definitely fit the plot perfectly. No complaints with Ironheart. And I thought I was gonna have something to really complain on Ironheart. I was gonna be like, no, throwing too much characters in here. We don't need another character. But if it fits with the story, then I'm always happy with it. If it makes sense for the story, part of the story, then to me it's all good. So totally fit, totally worked. So I was happy with it. All right.
In a way, it reminded me of Doctor Strange with the whole Doctor Strange 2, with the whole pivotal story, because Wanda's main drive is trying to get America Chavez, and Namor's main drive was trying to get Riri Williams. But I think they just did it better in Black Panther 2 than they did in Doctor Strange 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely, a lot better.
A lot better.
All right, and Craig, we will get to that question. I think that's question 8, so we will get there. All right, and once again, everybody that's watching out there, I know we only have maybe a couple of people in here, but definitely keep leaving those comments, questions, smashing the like button. Even if you're watching this on the replay, all that stuff really helps. So definitely much appreciate that. All right, let's take a look at question 5 here. So how did this movie match up with the trailers? All right, Last American Girl. Did it match up with the trailers good for you?
I'm gonna say no, because the trailers did a very good job at not giving away too much of the plot, and that's something we discussed in the last show, how the trailers give me nothing about the plot, so we're kind of just expecting surprises. But it was actually positive surprises, and I have no complaints. My main point was that the cinematography was going to be epic, and indeed it was. So,
All right, Benny, what do you think? Trailers, it delivered on them?
See, I agree, but I also disagree with Last American Girl. I think it did deliver on the trailers. It didn't match up, but like with not too much. The trailers got me hyped for it, especially after I watched the Black Panther, the original one. So the trailers got me hyped for it. Just when I went in, I was still hyped for it, and it showed enough to keep me interested, but not enough where it's going to give away the entire movie. So I thought it kind of matched up well with the trailers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, to me, I felt like it didn't match the trailers at all. Like, just even in tone. Like, to me, the trailers felt very, like, a standard MCU movie almost. Like, I didn't feel as much sadness. Like, because once you get into the movie, it's, like, super sadness, serious, almost from start to finish. And I didn't get that from the trailers. Like, I felt like, okay, we'll get a hint of it in there. It's going to be in there. But I still felt like a lot of, the action was showing and things like that. So, to me, I was still caught off guard by like how serious it went. And I mean, it got me out to the theater trailer still. So maybe if they did it too serious, the trailers, and people would have been like, oh, this movie is going to be a drag. I don't want the marketing department got to do what they got to do, right? Get people hyped up for it. But yeah, you're right. They didn't give too much away with the trailer, which is great. I hate when trailers give too much away. Yep. We had tons of surprises in here, like legitimate surprises. And I don't know if this stuff was leaking online before. I'm sure it did somewhere, but I didn't hear of these leaks. Like, I wasn't searching for them either, but usually for a lot of these superhero movies, I'll hear of some kind of leak. Spoiler alert for Black Adam, right? Like, we knew Superman was going to be in that movie, right? We knew for how long. We knew it was going to be post-credit. I mean, like, The Rock himself gave it away, right? It's, no
definitely.
one gave it. Yeah. Oh, we're frozen.
Okay. Oh, there you go. He's back. Maybe.
Well,
okay.
Speaking of the spoilers, I waited until Monday to see it, and I didn't get any spoilers. Everyone was, I feel, just respectful of this movie in itself when it came to posting these things, maybe. Yeah.
I agree. Sometimes the leaks will drop the day before. I didn't see any leaks. I didn't see any spoilers. Even after watching the movie, I really didn't see any leaks or spoilers online, which was surprising, like you said, because usually they do. So it was a good way to respect the movie that people wanted to actually let people experience it for themselves rather than spoiling it, which was good, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made it a really just cool experience, too. Am I back?
Yes,
Am I here?
You're back. Yes, you're back.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yes. All right.
I was about to move on to the chats, too.
Yeah, so I love the experience too, especially with, I don't know how I didn't put a question in here about this, so we're gonna just talk about it anyway. The opening, amazing, right?
Yep.
Amazing opening. I loved it. Just the Marvel, right? How it just, all the scenes of Chadwick Boseman just paying such a great
Oh, yeah.
tribute to that
And
actor. I
it
mean,
was silent. It was a moment
yeah.
of
It was,
silence.
yeah. Everybody watched it just quietly enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just like
Oh,
so like emotional. Like just everybody was so connected. But I did have somebody in the theater after it was over. They were like, Wakanda forever. Like right when it finished. But
hey, there you
they're getting the hype going. They're getting the hype going after. But yeah, it was like, oh my goodness, like it opened up just like right into it too. You're like, oh my goodness, we're into this movie already. It
go.
gets you right at the beginning, and it keeps it going. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting that, but that was amazing. So glad, like, and it's just so amazing how they were able to do like that with this movie, because you would think this movie has everything going against it, right? All the stuff with Chadwick Boseman. How do we fix that? How do we rework the script? Right? Production during COVID time,
Yep.
right? Did that slow things down? Like, did that throw any wrenches, into that to hurt it at all? But for some reason, everybody who just was on board, it worked together, and oh my goodness, I mean, just
A
even putting those
masterpiece in
things in.
return.
Yeah, and like when I think about it, I'm like, I don't think anybody's gonna be upset by how this movie went. Like I felt like everything was just done in such a way where I'm like, okay, like it was perfect. It paid tribute, but it kept the story going, connected everything. Ah, and it could have gone wrong in so many ways, but it didn't. So, I mean, hats off to the
Oh, yeah.
director. Yeah, just amazing. All right,
Yeah.
so
Ryan Coogler did great.
excellent, just excellent. I mean, like I said, that's uphill battle for him with making this movie. Like it could have gone so bad, but he was able to overcome it. So, I mean, that's just amazing. All right, let's see. All right, Craig says, "Do you think they'll make a Black Panther 3?" Now, this is an interesting question because I've
Huh.
been kind of back and forth on this one all day where I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's going to come down to the money the movie makes. Now, we'll have to see
Hmm.
globally. We'll get into the domestic numbers in a little bit, but I mean, is this going to do as well as the first Black Panther movie? I don't know. I just don't know. Is it going to get the same kind of response, right? Because Black Panther got nominated for Best Picture and all that. I mean, it was really, so I don't know if this one has enough momentum to keep it going into a third one. I don't know. A third standalone Black Panther movie. But if they're following suit with what they've done with all the other Marvel movies, I mean, if Ant-Man got a third movie, still a good chance Black Panther will get a third movie, right? Just by seeing the patterns play out. But I won't say it's 100% definite. I still think maybe a chance not, but
I
I'm
think,
leaning towards yes.
yeah. I think it all depends on how the MCU moves forward, because they have a bunch of movies planned out, and they got like two Avengers movies coming out fairly close to each other in 2025. So I think it all depends on how the characters are placed into those movies, and if any of them survive the oncoming Avengers movies. Because let's say Shuri dies in the next Avengers movie. I don't want her to, but let's say she does, then they probably won't make a Black Panther 3. So I think it all just depends on if this one makes movies and how much the MCU progresses from here on out.
Yeah, and I don't know how quick they would make a third Black Panther movie too. I don't know if they would wait like a 2 years, 3 years or something. Like I don't feel like it would be like
Mm,
immediate future they would make one.
Mhm.
Like I think they would let it sit a little while.
yeah,
What do
definitely.
you think?
Yeah.
What do you think, Last American Girl?
That there's only so much that they can do with this storyline now. I guess we got two very heartfelt movies out of this, that to just kind of to bring up the tone again, to bring up something like that is going to be and give it up the respect it deserves is going to be very difficult. I definitely think she's going to return as Black Panther, be a character, maybe be part of the new Avengers, or just something along those lines. But not in the near future do I see it. Maybe with that final spoiler.
Yes, and
Maybe.
we will get into that. We will get into that in a
We'll get
little
it.
bit. All right. Craig says, "Do you think Michael B. Jordan will show up in future Black Panther?" I mean, now you have to. Now we just have to be there. I mean, you did it in the second one.
Yeah.
Now you have to. You're committed at this point. All right. Craig says, "I have my own." All right. Nice. Oh yeah. Sorry, there's only like 3 people in here. It's okay. I know
Thank
there's
you
a
to
lot
our
of things
viewers.
going on tonight. I get
Yep.
it. But I know a lot of people are gonna watch this on the replay, of course, and still love it. So that is all right. Amazing Anna here. I want to see it again, and that's a good thing. To me, this is a movie I could
Oh,
see
yeah.
myself maybe going back to the theater a second time to see it. And I rarely do that with movies. Like Thor Love and Thunder, I'm like, no, not happening. This one, I'm like, I might. I actually might. But yeah, definitely gonna watch it a whole bunch later on for sure.
I don't
Oh.
like watching movies twice, and this is definitely one I want to go back to.
I definitely go back to this one also.
Let's go.
Amazing Anna says, I
Let's do
actually
it.
enjoyed it and was so into the emotions. And Amazing Anna is tough to please on movies. I tell you, she is tough to please on the movies. But she does like her action blockbusters, so that's good. She likes the action for sure. They have to. Why are they gonna leave us with that spoiler? Ooh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I got some ideas.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Question 6 here. Did the movie meet your expectations? Last American Girl, I know you were pretty high expectations on this one, so
surpassed, blown over the water. Like, it might be my favorite Marvel movie at this point.
oh my goodness! Wow, wow! You are the first person I heard to say that. That's amazing. Yeah, and like number one of all time. I mean, there's so many MCU movies. Like, that's an amazing accomplishment. Like, wow.
I have a very interesting taste, but yeah, this is definitely a top. Completely surpassed my expectations. I think also my movie going experience was is kind of what made it. I was able to not feel pressured about seeing it. The theater wasn't over the top crowded. I hadn't seen any spoilers. I was not expecting such a fantastic cast and a perfection. Like,
I know you were saying 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
All right, Benny, how about your expectations?
Definitely. I think I went in with pretty high ones in general. What was I at? Like an 8.5 or 8.7 or something like that?
Yeah, you're.
I think it definitely surpassed it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had high hope. I had high hopes for this movie, and it met him. It did really well, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it.
Wow.
How about you?
Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to be like the bad one. I'm now the villain of this stream. Oh my goodness. Because I was not on that. I was not on a 10 out of 10 level. I was not number one MCU movie. All right. So I don't think it's top tier Marvel. So wouldn't make my top 10. Ain't happening. Not making my top 10. Not even close.
Oh.
That's okay though. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I like this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm going to watch it a whole bunch more times. But there are so many MCU movies. Like, I can't put this one above Civil War. Not happening. I can't put it above Infinity War Endgame. Not happening. Like, there's just, like, first Iron Man movie even. I'm not putting it above that. I'm not putting it above Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's fair.
Like, there's just things I can't put it above. That being said, still good. Enjoyable movie, very solid. So I can't complain too much here, but I would probably put it mid-tier, maybe like mid-high tier. And I don't even know if I would say this one I like more than the first Black Panther. I think I might like the first Black Panther more. Just by a little bit. They're very close to me. But I think if I was going to pull one off the shelf to watch more often than not, I think I would pick the first Black Panther movie. I just love the Lion King kind of story. I love kind of the family rivalry and the competing against each other. And once again, more Killmonger doesn't hurt. So, yeah, I just, and I don't love the first one either. Like the first one's not in my top 10 either. It's not top tier for me. Once again, it's still mid tier. So yeah, this one to me, mid tier, but mid tier Marvel is still quite good Marvel. It just doesn't get to the amazing level for me.
If there was a
now, what would you place it for Faith?
It's just that one.
Well, we'll get to the ranking. That'll be the last question. Number 10, we'll talk a little bit more about the ranking. I feel like I went too much into the ranking.
Okay.
Here, but yeah, but I will say it did pass my expectations because I think I was like a 7 going into it.
There you go. Yep, I'm pretty sure you were.
Yeah, maybe I give it a 7.5. So, it passed it. It did good. Like I said, it hit me with a whole different movie that I wasn't really expecting with the tone. Once again, I felt this movie extremely serious, extremely dark tone. Like, to me, we haven't got a movie like this disconnected tone-wise from the MCU since, like, The Incredible Hulk. No, like, that to me is how different this movie was. And that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing.
Not at all.
I think that works for the movie, the story they're trying to tell. I'm okay with that. Once again, I would have sprinkled in a little bit more comedy. Just a little bit. Once again, a little bit. We don't have to go like full-on MCU typical comedy, but I would have done a little bit more just to break up some of the tension with certain scenes here and there. And I don't know. I'm still trying to think about it. Like, I feel like there was something missing with this movie. And I thought about it. I'm not sure exactly what it was. I don't know yet. But I do feel like there was something missing. But I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it was truly because of, like, the T'Challa character not being there, right? Maybe that played a big part of it. But I did feel like there was something just missing there. Just something to make it to that amazing level. But still, good, solid movie. Really enjoyed. Want to watch it a whole bunch of times more. So yeah, still past my expectations, definitely, and totally caught me off guard. Like I said, when I go into MCU projects, I'm expecting straight up MCU kind of cookie cutter formula, especially with how the recent movies been, the TV shows. I mean, we've really kind of got them kind of rinse and repeat, where this one totally was its own thing. And I love that about this movie. It did its own thing. It was like, we're going to be a Black Panther sequel. We're not going to worry too much about the rest of the MCU. Yeah, we'll have things that will probably connect later on, but let's make a good Black Panther 2 movie first. And I like how they did that. So I was happy with that.
Yep.
All right, let's see. What we got. Amazing Anna here says they have to. Why are they? Oh yeah, we saw that one. I like the Sherry comeback.
No, the Rihanna comeback. The song.
Oh, it was a song. Yeah. I'm like, I'm so lost. When anybody has a musical,
we haven't got a new music from her in a long time.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah, definitely. Music great. Absolutely.
Oh.
Craig says, where does this movie rank for the year? Oh, it's way down on my list. I mean, to me, this has been a stellar year. I mean, Maverick by far is at the top.
Oh.
Then you got Everything Everywhere All at Once for me.
Is that on any streaming? I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, I have no idea if it is.
No. Okay.
That's why I'm a physical media collector. You can't rely on this streaming. You never know if it's gonna get there, how long it'll be there. You don't know. But I got my nice 4K on my shelf. I just take it off whenever I want.
He got you there.
Hey, I tell you, it comes up every day where I'm like, ooh, you know what? Physical media would have solved that problem. Oh, your Wi-Fi ain't working? Well, if you had a disc, no problem.
Physical media.
Amazing that says I was waiting when she was going to come out with an album. All right.
So she's working on new music, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, see, you're my music expert, Last American Girl over there. Me,
There
when
you
I
go.
do music, I'm like so lost. I'm like, wait, is that person in a movie? Okay, then I
She
could like
is.
figure it out.
She is in Battleship, is it?
I never saw
She is in
that.
Battleship.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's in Battleship. So she is in
Okay.
a movie.
That's a guilty pleasure. Yeah.
It is,
That's a
oh
guilty pleasure
goodness,
for me.
I,
Battleship.
I
It's
can't
not
do it.
great, but it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
into
I
That's
it.
fair.
can't do it.
It's not a great movie at all.
I have
It's
not
not good,
heard good
but it's a
things.
guilty pleasure. No, that's fair.
Hmm.
All right, Amazing Anna says it definitely passed my expectations. I didn't see any spoilers either. Maybe the first trailer, maybe not. I can't remember. I was so stuck into it. I liked it a lot. And usually, Amazing Anna doesn't like long movies. So once again, didn't feel the runtime. So that's perfect.
I agree. I hate long movies.
There
Like,
you go.
I can't sit through them. Ben has gone to the movies with me a couple times. I have to get up and walk and like go to the bathroom like a billion times because I can't focus.
So on Avatar,
sat
you're gonna be
through this
going
one.
like 10 times during that movie. Yeah, we're gonna
She is. I believe it.
get ready for that one. All right, Amazing Anna says yes. Make sure to subscribe and like, of course. Yes, liking very easy to do,
Yep.
very underrated. Just click that thumbs up. Absolutely appreciate it. All right, Craig says free popcorn would have made it amazing. I mean, you never can go wrong with free popcorn. I mean, popcorn is just delicious.
That's fair.
Best movie theater snack, of course. But yeah, no, I think I had popcorn. Yeah, I had popcorn for sure during that time. But I'm gonna be
definitely
fair.
ate popcorn.
But I'm gonna be fair with my movie assessment. I'm not gonna change it for no one. All right, I gotta speak my truth. Okay, I gotta speak my heart. Right. All right. See, these are the comments I'm gonna get because I didn't think it was a 10 out of 10. Now I'm gonna get why you hated it. Why? Why in this world is it either a 0 or a 10? Why can't I be in between? I don't understand this. Why? I said it was good. Okay,
It's like
good. All right.
This is like Morbius all over again.
I actually had fun with Morbius, but I do prefer the cover Morbius for sure. But I can still have fun with Morbius.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. I'm gonna have to rewatch it before I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
how do you rank this compared to Morbius, Mike?
Oh yeah, this one's way higher than Morbius because I mean,
good.
Morbius is just like
that.
a fun action popcorn movie. You know, nothing more, nothing less. You know, I mean, kind of. I would even say almost on the same level as Black Adam. Once again, you know what you're getting: just an action blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise you in any way. It plays out exactly how you think. So yeah, Wakanda Forever. Definitely better than those. Definitely surprised me in a good way. So, but once again, I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's perfect. You know, every movie can improve a little bit. All right. Even my favorite movies of all time, I still say, hey, you know what? Maybe I would have improved that area just a little bit. Is it still worth watching? See, now people think I don't like the movie. I said it's a good movie. I said I'm going to watch it a whole lot of times. People are going to misquote me now. Yes, watch the movie. It's very good. If you like superhero movies in any way, you're going to like this one.
If you like action movies in any way.
Yes. Even if you just like action movies, you're going to like this one.
If you like movies,
it's worth it.
See, I know. Now, see, people are just... All right. Yes, Amazing Anna is the music expert for sure. She is in Battleship. There you go.
That's right. She's in Ocean's 11.
Ocean 11.
I haven't seen that movie in the longest.
Watch it. It's good.
It's great. Oh yeah, the Ocean movies are great.
Media. Do you have it?
I don't have that one in the collection, but yes, Ocean 11 is great. I agree. Wait, I'm trying to think. No, never mind. All right. Amazing Anna says as ADHD. Oh, okay.
I'm on that.
Still worth watching. All right. Sorry, Ocean 8.
Oh, Ocean 8. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's Ocean 8. Yeah.
Yeah, because Ocean 11
11,
was the first
12,
one.
and 13 with all the...
I'm thinking, what, like George Clooney?
Yeah.
Stuff, right? Okay.
It's George Clooney, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt. Those are 11, 12, and 13. And then it was a female lead for Ocean 8. And that was Sandra Bullock, Rihanna, and others.
Anne
Hathaway was great in that.
Anne Hathaway, yeah. Anne Hathaway.
All right, so question 7 here. What do we think of the critic score? 84% since I last checked. I think it was like this morning. An audience score 95%. Actually, I'm pretty surprised by these because audience score 95%. I mean, Marvel movies are usually pretty high on the audience score, but I think it's been a little bit of time before we've gotten that high. I feel like the last Marvel movies have been a little bit lower. But I guess everybody was like, after Thor: Love and Thunder, like, yes, amazing, thank goodness. So, okay, all right. Critics score 84%. Now, I didn't compare this to the first Black Panther movie, but I'm assuming the first Black Panther movie people loved because it got the, nominated for Best Picture and all of that. So I don't know which one was higher, which maybe I should look up right now. So, Last American Girl, talk about these scores.
They're too low. It was great. Mike can go.
What? I'm trying to look up Black Panther, Rotten Tomato. Sorry, I'm doing this all on the fly.
I liked the second one better than the first. I would have given it a higher score. As far as critics go, cinematography, again, phenomenal acting, 10 out of 10. Too low.
All right, so Black Panther, the first one was actually 96% for critics score. That's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, 96%. So yeah, I thought this one was lower. So 84%. I wonder why. Well, it could just because it's a sequel, and I know critics with sequels just sometimes don't favor it no matter what. That could be. But even an audience score, that is so low for the first Black Panther movie. Audience score was 79% on that first one. So that kind of
really, that is surprising.
Yeah.
Another thing to consider here is the people who return to watch. So out of that, all the people who watched the first Black Panther, only that 70-something% probably watched the second. So that's also why it should be a little higher.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, that's still great scores all around in that audience score. Very impressive. People love this movie. I mean, you all are right there. I mean, you guys love this one. The people love it out there. I mean, and the people that didn't love it still liked it. Okay, still liked it. All right.
The 5%, yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's go to Matt Damon. Amazing Anna. Why are you saying Matt Damon?
Because Matt Damon was in Ocean's 11, 12, and 13.
Oh, there we go.
I think she's still on the Oceans.
Matt Damon, like, was he in Wakanda Forever? And I totally didn't see. Like, was there
I got you, Anna.
Credit scene or something?
He wasn't Thor.
Oh,
he's in Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, so it's still MCU, still counts.
All right, let's go to question 8 here. What did we think of this movie's opening weekend box office? Now, I was so wrong on this. This was $181 million, all right? Budget was $250. So, Benny, you were saying a higher number than me for sure.
I said 100 plus, and I basically hit my mark. I knew it was going to get up there with the actors they had coming back, with it post Chadwick Boseman, everyone coming to see it, especially, like I said, with not too much competition out there. I knew it was going to get up there. So I kind of called it self 5.
Yeah, see, I totally forgot to do the MCU inflation, transition equation there. I always forget MCU movies have such a way higher bar than all the other movies. So I was still like in Black Adam mode, where that was like, didn't even get the 100 million, not even close. But I forgot. This is MCU. I got to remember. Last American Girl, were you?
Because this is all domestic, right?
Yeah, this is all domestic. Yep, 181 million domestic. Yeah,
I think it should. Opening weekend, it kind of makes sense. I think it should be higher later on. Since it was so long, I feel that there weren't enough showings, or like showings needed to be a little more spaced out, or that kind of thing. So I think that's also what contributed to me not being able to go see it until later. But this week, I think it's gonna make more, especially since people are going to be watching it this weekend, and they don't have family obligations because of the holiday.
Yeah, I definitely think in the long run, this movie is gonna, make some money for sure.
Yeah, it'll make it back.
Yeah, because I don't think there's really a big movie until Avatar. So this movie is probably gonna stay in theaters at least till that time. If not even, they may still keep it in theaters that week.
I think so.
So yeah, this movie is gonna make
agree.
good amount of money in the long run. Now, I don't know if it'll get past the first Black Panther movie in the long run, because that one made a ton of money. Totally not remembering the number off the top of my head, but that one made a ton of money. So I don't know if we'll get to that level. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But positive word of mouth, that's what keeps movies going. So it seems like everybody loves the movie. So that's probably going to keep it going. But 181 million. I mean, that's getting close to almost like even like Spider-Man No Way Home, right? Because Spider-Man No Way Home, that was like 200 million, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, 181 million, that's really good for sure. Yeah, so it's probably definitely going to surpass Thor Love and Thunder, going to surpass Doctor Strange 2. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. All right, let's look at these comments here. All right, let's fuck that. Okay. All right, amazing. Anna says, oh, no, we already saw that. Yes. Did he say self 5? Yes, he did. Benny gave a self 5.
I did. Yes, I did.
Well,
I did say that.
To the number. So there's much deserved.
Yep.
Yes.
It was a well done self 5.
All right, let's take a look here. All right, now what everybody wants to talk about. Well, you guys are probably going to be more positive than me, so I'll let you go. Last American Girl.
I might be in the same boat you are. It felt like it felt like a trope. So like, I mean, I got flashbacks of, say, Indiana Jones. How his name is Henry. What? Henry Jones III. Oh, that kind of situation. I also kind of didn't like that. It feels a little implied that he'll one day take over the Black Panther, and like they couldn't give Shuri a definite timeline. Like right at the post credits, they're like, "Oh, by the way, she's not permanent." So, and I mean, there was only one post credit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, only one.
From what I know, unless there's a Matt Damien one just at the end there, I don't.
I'm glad I looked it up and left.
So, Last American Girl, the important question here is you're saying you weren't a massive fan of the post-credit scene, right?
It seemed unnecessary.
Then how is this a 10 out of 10? What is going on here? See, I told you, everything can be improved, even a post-credit. That counts as part of the movie.
It's a 9.9.
All right, Betty. What'd you think of this one?
So, it was a good post-credit, but it was not a great one that I was hoping for or expecting. I agree with Last American Girl, though. It feels like they kind of just threw it in to lead into the next Black Panther, him taking over in like 10 years when he's old enough type of thing. But for what I was hoping for, I didn't like it. So I guess we'll all kind of agree that it wasn't as good as it could have been. Because I was hoping for like a Doctor Doom lead-in or some Fantastic Four, something to help push the MCU to the next phase, or even Quantumanium lead-in, War Machine. Yes. I wouldn't say that, but
Harry Styles is not coming back. Okay, we gotta accept this. Okay,
no, I think it's coming back. I think it's coming back, but not yet. I think later on down the road he'll be back.
Honestly, I don't even think the Eternals are coming back. Like I feel like they're done with the Eternals.
We're done with
All right, so Yes,
We'll
for
see.
this one.
So
Yeah, I do not want Young Avengers. I don't want New Avengers. I don't want, whatever you want to call this Avenger group here
Generation.
of the little ones.
Makes you feel
Okay,
old.
I do not want. I don't like that idea at all. And I know Marvel has been kind of planting seeds everywhere, so that's probably where it's going. And I'm just like, oh no, I don't want to go there. Like, I feel like I'm gonna look back at like the first Avengers movie and see, all these great characters, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk smashing, and then we're gonna get to, the little kid Avenger one. Oh my, you know what? Maybe it turns out great. Maybe it does, but I'm not excited by it.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, they can do a New Avengers and a Young Avengers.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
in the comics, there's like multiple different Avengers groups, so they can go with a New Avengers and a Young Avengers. The Young Avengers being America Chavez,
Oh gosh.
some of the other ones I was mentioning earlier. Yeah,
Oh
the
man.
Riri Williams, all them. But then the New Avengers could be Captain America, the Falcon one, and it can be the She-Hulk. It could be all like the adults. So maybe they might have to do a double Avengers team for a certain mission.
Too many.
It might be a little much.
There's too
many.
Avenger
It's gonna be
groups.
too
No.
much. Yeah.
Oh my
We
god.
didn't even get to the West
It's
Coast
gonna
Avengers.
turn
That's
out-
another Avengers group.
West
Yeah,
Coast
it's
Avengers.
gonna turn out like a
Sounds like a rap
90s.
West Coast Avengers.
Yeah, it's gonna turn out like a 90s family movie. It's like, oh, the parents are off on vacation. Well, who's gonna step up?
That's what it's gonna be.
Kid Avengers, yay! Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I feel like
I
that's
gotta
what
be
they're gonna do.
careful with
Yeah.
with how that story plays out. So that is what I'm worried about. Like was said, Shuri, right? Shuri had the moment in this movie. We thought, okay, now is she the Black Panther, right? It feels like now, nah, it was temporary, just a
That's
temporary suit there, and now we're gonna move on to, well, I guess this new
Child.
T'Challa Black Panther character. And yeah, it is weird, like, because when are they gonna use this character? Like, are they gonna wait till now they've aged up to like at least a teenager or something for these young Avengers, or like how is that gonna all play out? I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't like it. It's but I will say I did like the beginning part of the post-credit scene. I thought it was a good, somber moment, going to the beach, kind of, once again paying
Keeping up with
tribute.
your tradition.
Yeah. I thought that was a nice, and I would have been fine with the movie ending like that, just with kind of the style and the flavor of the movie and keeping in line with the tone. I would have been fine with that, but yeah, just little T'Challa. I don't know. Some people may think it's the greatest thing ever, but I was just like, nah, I don't want these young Avengers. Just no. I'm missing the classic Avengers. See it? We're feeling old now.
Progress.
Yeah.
No,
Progress.
I'm feeling old now. Like, nah, my Avengers were the best Avengers. They're the only Avengers, okay?
Let's see how it goes before we start judging them first.
Yes, it could turn out amazing.
Yeah.
It could be the best thing
Yep.
ever. Yes.
I wouldn't go that far. Amazing, yes, but not best thing. Not best thing.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and we only got the one post-credit scene, so yeah, And once again, very self-contained story. Like Benny, you were saying, we didn't get any of these other characters from the MCU introduced. No Doctor Doom, no X-Men stuff, no lead-in. You know what? I even thought maybe there would have been just a lead-in to the next movie with Ant-Man, something going on with Quantumania.
I thought so too.
Yeah, but they didn't do that either. So yeah, that kind of threw me off a little bit.
They could have had Wong show up with his little sling ring and be like, "Hey, something's coming," type of deal to kind of show the impending doom that's coming up next in the next Avengers movie or something like that. But nope, they didn't.
Yeah, so I would say it wasn't the worst post-credit scene that I've seen. Right, there's a lot worse ones out there, but it just didn't get me excited for a future movie. Like, I feel like a post-credit scene usually is supposed to do, usually gets you hyped for something else. This one didn't do that for me, so yeah. All right, let's see these comments here. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm taking that. What are you taking, Amazing Anna?
The South 5.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
It belongs to everybody.
Yeah.
My kids be leaving me hanging.
Yep.
He's just hating.
South 5 belongs to
Why?
everyone.
You think I'm hating out here? We were all on the same level for the post-credit scene, okay? All right, let's see. Oh my gosh,
You
did they
better
Harry
not have.
Styles out? Thank goodness. Ooh, Amazing Anna even says no to
No.
Harry Styles.
Did you watch Policeman? The Policeman movie? It's on Prime.
No, then definitely not.
No?
Absolutely not. No.
Watch it. I haven't
No.
seen it, but I will watch
That
your
is
review.
definitely not on my list of movies to watch. That for sure is not on there. A streaming movie on Prime I've never even heard of. That cannot go well. Like, that's just not gonna go well for me. All right. Oh yeah, because there wasn't there? I feel like there's another movie that came out on Prime that had some famous actors in it. Infinite or something. I didn't even see that one, but yeah.
But Harry Styles.
You
Oh yeah,
need
let me
the
go on a
space
tangent
thingy.
here. Tangent here. I was supposed to go see Harry Styles last week, but Mr. Styles got sick, so I've been postponed till January.
Oh.
He needs to keep singing.
Yeah. Anna saying stick with the music. Yep. All right. Is Ant-Man next year? What's the release month for it?
Yes. I know it's 23, but I don't know what's the month.
2020. Wow, that's pretty. Well, I mean, we're almost here into next year. I think it's spring though. I feel like saying spring. I don't think it's summer, is it? I feel like saying
it's spring.
No, I feel like it's gonna be like March or April. I think it's gonna be around that time.
That sounds right.
We've got about a month and a half left of this year, so
I know.
Yes, it's almost gone in a way. All right, let's see our questions here. All right, yeah. So post-credit scene, just mediocre. All right, number 10. How would you rank this movie among the other MCU? Well, kind of already went into this. Last American Girl.
Well, we know Last American Girl.
Are you sticking with number 1?
10 out of 10. Number 1. Actually, I think I'm saying this because it's fresh in my mind.
Yes.
And I say I love it after every movie I get out of. But so ask me again in 2 months what my favorite movie is.
Yes,
unless I even remember this one.
To get the final answer, we will have to check back on this. So yes. But number 1 right now. Oh my goodness. Number 1.
I'm looking around my room. I've got a Spider-Man poster. I've got
because Spider-Man No Way Home, you we're into.
So I know those are great. I've got my X-Men posters.
So even Wakanda Forever better than Spider-Man No Way Home for you.
Yeah, that's tough. They might be tied.
Oh. Tied for
okay.
Wait, we can't have ties. We can't have a tied for first place. That's the piece for purpose of the ranking. Oh my gosh. All right, Benny. Now I gotta talk to someone a little bit more level-headed on these rankings here, okay?
He loves it too.
I would put it
out of 10.
I put it in top. I wouldn't say 10 out of 10. I put it in my top 12, but not top 5.
All right, mix the dozen.
Yeah, I thought it was really great. It'd probably be
specific. A top 12, okay.
But it's probably one of my favorites of this recent phase of Phase 4. It's up there with Spider-Man. It's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
because it's probably Spider-Man, Wakanda Forever, and Shang-Chi. It's those 3 that are leading the Phase 4.
I like cultural movies, and Shang-Chi was again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal.
Shang-Chi was.
What I said when I got out of that one.
Yeah, if you're
those 3 right now are the recent ones carrying it. They're carrying the MCU right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're comparing this to Phase 4, which was the worst Marvel phase by far, just terrible. I would even say maybe not terrible, pretty bad. I'll be fair, pretty bad. But in comparison, yeah, it's one of the top ones. But I would still go Shang-Chi for me personally. I would go Shang-Chi. And then, yeah, maybe I would go Wakanda Forever after that. But I mean, I have nothing else in Phase 4, like maybe WandaVision in there. But I mean, everything else in Phase 4 to me has been pretty average.
Oh, my sister made an observation.
Mediocre.
Yeah. My sister made an observation she wanted me to bring up. At the very beginning, when Sherry's in her lab, she says something along the lines of that like artificial technology is gonna overpower everyone or gonna take over for everyone. Is that like a hint at WandaVision and
maybe Ultron is coming back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. There's no for sure that Ultron's done. He died off screen, so he still can be out there.
Or he
can be in the White Vision.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could get a crossover here. Terminators versus the Avengers.
Oh,
there we go.
I'd watch that. I definitely watch that.
Hey, if they were talking of combining Fast and Furious and Jurassic Park, I mean, anything's possible. So
that's true. They're talking about combining 21 Jump Street with Men in Black, so anything could be possible.
All right, let's see this comment here. Oh, this is a good comment too, to kind of close out on as well. Are you going to any movies on the Thanksgiving weekend? I know I'm going to a ton of movies. Fablemans comes out that Thanksgiving week, a Spielberg title. Yes, put it on your radar. You can never bet against Spielberg. He only makes good to great movies. So super hyped for that one. Good to great. Spielberg is only good to great.
Yeah,
you do not have a bad movie.
You just have the Spielberg thing.
Jurassic World.
He didn't direct.
Take a little plug-in.
No, the good to great. Who directed the last Jurassic?
I don't know, but they did a terrible job, whoever was. But Spielberg only did the Jurassic Park and The Lost World, so he only did the first two.
Okay. Good to great.
Yeah, Dominion is not on him, okay? Just oh gosh, that movie was so bad. I mean, compared to Dominion, yes, Wakanda Forever is a masterpiece. Absolutely, of course. Yeah. It's all in comparison, though, okay? There's been a lot of good MCU movies.
It is a masterpiece, I think.
But there's a ton of movies coming out. Like this weekend, The Menu's coming out. So like a dark horror comedy kind of title. You got Bones and All, which is like a horror romance. That one I'm pretty intrigued by because I'm like, okay, that's going to be interesting. We got Strange World or something, Strange New World. I don't know. Animation title is coming out. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Anything else that Thanksgiving week? Those may be the like 3 releases, but I mean that's pretty packed for 1 week. So, are you all seeing any of those?
I didn't know any of the titles.
No,
So everybody's bypassing them. Makes sense.
I knew the titles.
Yeah, I'm staying
and then the menu that. The menu, that's the one with Anna Taylor-Joy, right?
Is it? Is she in it?
If
she's in it, that makes the movie like 10 times better already. You sold me on
definitely.
it.
Her and then
but then
that's my girl right there. I'd watch that for her.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there was the dude that played what was he? He was from the X-Men. He played Beast.
Nicholas Hoult.
First Class.
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult. Yep. He co-stars with Anna Taylor-Joy for The Menu.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. That gets me even more excited.
Yeah, he's a good.
I'll let her know.
Yeah. Go. Yeah, go watch The Menu.
Okay. Have you seen it?
No,
not yet. It comes out Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay. Text my sister.
No, tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not busy, yeah.
What?
Well, I of course
I'll text you.
Going to see all these movies because you guys know I see all the movies, so you don't have to.
But you're not seeing Harry Styles.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I meant
I'm about to hear this for the next
movies,
week.
as in real movies, as in theatrically released movies, how movies are supposed to be. Yes. Okay. I need to come up with a new word for streaming movies because I don't think I can give them the movie term anymore. They'll be I don't
Well,
know.
for back on Harry Styles, and Don't Worry, Darling came out in theaters. So I'm
Yes,
just
yes,
saying.
and
Did you
he
watch
was
Don't Worry,
and
Darling?
he was the worst in that too, but it was still an enjoyable movie. But he
There
did
we go,
not
there
help
we go.
it. I'll say that.
I will take it.
Yes, if it's theatrically released, because I know the audience out there, right? They can't see everything, so I'm gonna see it all for you all, even the terrible stuff. But I'll let you know. I'll give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If I give it a thumbs down, just avoid it.
You ever go see the special showings of the old
There's no
movies?
middle.
So my theater doesn't usually do like classic showing movies. If I want to go to one of those, I gotta drive farther. But I did go see like Jaws in IMAX when that got reissued, so that was really cool. But I mean, it's a Spielberg movie, so of course, once again, if you didn't see my Spielberg stream, of course, check that out. But yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, if I can see any movie in the theater experience, that is worth it. To me, there's nothing that beats the theater experience. The big screen, the big speakers, if you get a really good audience in there, that, like you were saying, Last American Girl, that good crowd experience,
Yeah. My theater has a Starbucks, and I got my caramel macchiato, and they don't charge me extra for soy.
Oh my goodness.
I had a wonderful day.
You all are spoiled over there in those theaters. I just want to spoiled. I just want to get some decent chairs. Like, that's all I want at my theater. Like, can I get a decent sized chair? Like, can we clean up the floors a little bit? Like, that's all I want. You getting macchiato.
Do they know you at your movie theater?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they know for sure.
They
see me so often, and I do my reaction recordings there. So yeah, they know. Like, even when I because I did a rant reaction on them one time, like I did it all in front of them, right in front of the concession line. That was hilarious. I totally tore them apart in a minute. I had no shame. All right. Well, Mega Movie Mom is saying Disenchanted is streaming Friday on Disney. Is that a new movie?
That's on my list.
Is it a new one or no?
Enchanted,
That's the second Enchanted.
To Enchanted.
That's a sequel.
James Marsden.
I can't do it. I can't. No.
I'm so excited for this one. That's what I will be doing Friday night.
What has this world
Jeez.
Oh gosh.
Amy Adams. I repeat, James Marsden.
You know what? I don't even know if I've seen the first Enchanted. I think I'm thinking Ella Enchanted. That's something different, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's
I don't
different,
even think I've seen the first Enchanted then.
Which is also a great movie. In fact, I want to go watch that right now.
All right. Well,
it's all right.
What? Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
We got collectibles.
I have the book.
Oh my!
It's so good.
It's a book. Oh my goodness! You learn something every day. I had no idea. All right. Well, on that note, let's we'll kind of close it out here. But of course, a reminder: if you're joining the channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe. Of course, even if you're watching this on the replay, hit those notification bells so you get notified of all our future live streams. That is super important because we're doing great videos all the time, tons of live streams, a whole lot of fun. You don't want to miss any of those. Like, of course, again, and always leaving comments. I respond to all of them so we can have some fun movie discussions. So, Last American Girl, anything you want to say to the people out there?
To the people, go watch this movie. It was so good. One of my favorites. It keeps going down on the list as we progress. See, it's the novelty of things. I liked it. It was very significant to myself, and I hope it can be to you as well. So go watch it.
Yeah, see, you took us through like different levels. Like first you're like it's going down on the
Yeah.
list, and then
You're like,
you're like, what was it like?
yeah.
You give like a movie performance at the end, like, oh, okay, all
Roller coaster
right.
there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Benny, anything for the people out there?
As always, thank you for inviting me. I'm always happy to do these. And go watch Black Panther 2. I want to see those in theaters. And like and subscribe. We got them to 800. Let's get them to 900 now. 900 subscribers. That's the new goal. Let's do it, people.
Absolutely, yes.
Right here.
900 subscribers. You guys know we'll do a big celebration live stream for that. Probably a digital code movie giveaway. You know, I like to give those out once in a while. So that's going to be a fun time. So, yes, let's push this to 900 subscribers. I want this to happen before the end of the year. So if you can share this movie out, you know, add it to your stories on Instagrams. Totally have my permission to do that. Share it everywhere. If you want to make a TikTok video, do some dances with it, then yeah, absolutely, of course.
Hey, I can only reshare them on my profile if you tag me in them. So for the next one, tag me in it, and that way I can just share it.
All right, I'm still learning Instagram. Last American Girl just called me out. Okay, all right, I'm trying. All right, I'm figuring it out. All right. Okay, then. All right. On that note, once again, thank you all for joining here. My amazing panel co-hosts did a great job as always. It was so fun talking this movie, especially because you guys loved the movie, that hype level. I mean, it gets me more excited to, like I said, go see it again, and maybe on the second viewing, my score will even go up. Maybe I will end up loving this movie just as much. So that gets me excited. Super hyped for that. And then, of course, everybody out there in the audience, thank you for joining in, leaving all the great comments and questions. I love the interaction. That made it even more fun. So that was perfect. So excellent all around. Great stream tonight. So remember, everybody, this is Mega Mike, the movie man, of course, reminding you to make every day a movie day. Now go see Wakanda forever.